Guys, Mark here, hope you're well today. Well, we're here at Crescent Honda again, testing today the 2020 CB500X. If you want to know what I think about it, stay tuned and I'll let you know. Hi guys, Mark here, hope you're well today. Well, we have a lovely Honda CB500X today to review for you all. This is kindly loaned to me by the nice guys at Crescent Honda here in the south of England. So we'll just get the specifications out of the way before we take this for a nice little ride on this another beautiful summer's day here in the UK. So these retail at £6,119, 6,119. There'd be a little bit of movement on that price, I'm sure. Maybe get a year-old model for a good saving, but yeah, generally speaking, really good value bike, brand new. You know, you really can't go wrong with one of these. It's got the ever popular 471cc parallel twin engine, the same one that's used in the F model that I reviewed last week, and the CBR sportier model. This produces, I believe it's 47 horsepower at 8,600 RPM, so it's all A2 license compliant. Torque figures on this is 43 Newton meters of torque at 6,500 RPM. So a really nice, punchy, twin here, delivering lots of low-down torque, just where you need it, really. Superb. So got an 830mm seat height on this, so we'll talk about that a bit more later on, because that's quite important for new riders if you're getting into biking. So we'll talk about the seat later on. Obviously it's a bit taller than the F model, which is about 780mm. We've got a 17.5 litre fuel tank on this, giving between 70 and 80 to a gallon, so a huge tank range, really good. Tyres, we've got a 110 on the front, 160 on the rear. These are dual purpose Dunlop Trail Max tyres. 19-inch front wheel on this, which gives really good stability, rolls over stuff really well with no effect on handling. Really good sort of wheel and tyre choice on these. Service intervals, 8,000 mile oil change service intervals on these, so nice and easy on the pocket. As I said, 70 to 80 miles per gallon these things do, absolutely superb on fuel. 196 kilograms wet weight, so not really that heavy. So all in all, guys, really striking sort of mid-size adventure tourer. You really can't go wrong with this sort of range of the Hondas. You've got like the CBR500R, the CB500F that I reviewed last week, and this is the X incarnation if you fancy a more kind of adventure touring sort of type bike. That's available in this lovely red. They also do it in black and a white version as well. So, I think we should take her for a ride. So, off the side stand, it's very light, no problems there whatsoever. And seat height, so I'm 5'7" tall with a 30-inch inside leg, and I'm very nearly flat-footed. My heels are just off the ground by about an inch. So if you're a bit smaller than me, maybe 5'6", 5'5", you may be on tiptoes on this and just about get on with it. So if you're a 6 foot plus rider, this will fit you absolutely perfectly. So the usual nice LCD dash showing you, you've got the gear position, revs, temperature gauge, all your trips, miles per gallon, clock, all that sort of good stuff, all your warning lights. ABS is standard now on these here in the UK. Lovely, nice tactile Honda switch gear, very light assist and slipper clutch, adjustable front brake lever. So this is fire up. So fires up with the usual Honda ease, should we say, and it just settles into that lovely little parallel twin kind of grumble. So very light clutch, easy gearbox. bike is very close to the bar, so that's all good. And straight off, you're greeted with this lovely Honda parallel twin, lots of character, very smooth, very easy running, very, very nice, easy fueling, no snatchy throttle or anything like that. So we're just going to come into a sort of a bit of a town environment to begin with, and we'll go out into the countryside a bit, and then we'll finish off with a bit of motorway work. So here at 4th gear, 30 miles an hour, the engine's turning over at 3,000 revs, incredibly smooth. You can definitely tell it's a twin. It's got a nice sort of rumble to it, but it's very, very smooth. Throttle is very smooth as well. There's no snatchiness or anything to it. So the mirrors, guys, are very clear. I can see a little tiny bit of my elbows, but apart from that, really nice clear mirrors. The riding position, obviously it's a small adventure touring bike this, so it's very, very upright. The bars are nice and wide, giving you lots of control. And they're nice and high as well. If you look here, nice and high and raked back as well, so sort of top marks of the riding position. When you open it up, it goes. I say with these sort of parallel twin engines with 47 horsepower, the sweet spot is between about 3,000 and 6,000 RPM. Not really much point revving them much higher than that, because that's where all the power is really. They really do respond well. So we're in 5th gear now, 30 miles an hour, absolutely no hunting, surging, or any nasty fuel issues. Honda have absolutely nailed it with these engines. As I say, I'm a real fan of this range that Honda do. I think they're fabulous. So leg position, plenty of leg position. My feet are pretty much straight below me. There's no kind of sporty leg position on this. Loads of room. So if you're a tall guy, you'll find this very roomy and very plush indeed. And being a small, sort of relatively speaking, small bike, it feels very, very chuckable. So we're just going to do some sort of very slow speed sort of handling now, manoeuvres, see what it goes like. So the gearbox is super, super slick and easy to use. Just crawling along here, see what it handles like. Very, very easy, no problems at all. Low speed handling with these nice wide bars is an absolute treat. And obviously it's a reasonably tall bike, so you get a nice high up commanding position. So guys, we're just heading out now, a bit more of an open road, heading out into the countryside. So if you're in the market for one of these, you may be a new rider getting into biking, it would be a fantastic choice. But to be honest, this particular bike, because it's like an adventure style, should we say, you may buy one of these if you're a more experienced rider, because these really, really are good all-rounders, just to use for day-to-day travel, light touring, weekend fun. I actually was lucky enough to sort of have one of these for a day a couple of years ago, a few years ago, and I did a few hundred miles on it. I got a review on it, and I'm absolutely super impressed with it back then. And they've tweaked it a bit for this model with a bit more engine torque and a few other bits and bobs, different screen. But I have to say it's very, very impressive. So we're just going to run through the bike again. So we've got all LED lighting now on this, which is a nice addition. So there's no rider aids, rider modes, electronic suspension on this, but to be honest, you don't really need it, and the good thing about that is that you get a good value bike. all of this bike for around about £6,000 in my eyes is a bargain. So I said the riding position is nice and upright. The seat is very comfortable. It does feel initially like the bike last week, the CB500F, a bit hard when you first sit on it. You sort of go, oh, but to be honest, once you're going to get into it, it's absolutely fine and nice and comfortable. The tank's nice and sculpted for your knees to go into. The screen is adjustable up and down about 50mm, I believe, with Allen key bolts. So, you know, the star of the show with this is the engine. You know, it's probably in the A2 license category one of the best. This engine doesn't feel like it's got 47 horsepower. It feels more like about 60, just because they've done wonders with the torque. So between 3 and 6 it really does go well. So I'm just cruising along here at a nice steady 50, about 4,000 revs, and there's absolutely no tingles whatsoever. If I just drop it down a couple of gears, you're just starting to get a tiny buzz coming through the foot pegs, but still not much through the bars. So it's all parallel twin character, you know, it's just the way it is. It's not a deal breaker at all, it's just the nature of a parallel twin, but generally speaking it's very, very smooth. Good morning, Triumph. So roll on power, top gear, 6th gear now, rolling it on 50, 60 and above, so it's got plenty of go. Well, we will take this on a motorway soon, and I'll give you my thoughts on that. But just kind of taking it around these country roads like this, it feels so light. The suspension is preload adjustable, no electronic suspension on this. This is quite a bumpy road, but it feels very compliant. So again, you know, it's not expensive suspension, but it does the job admirably well. So absolutely superb. Bit of overtaking, 5th gear opening up, no problem whatsoever. So this screen to me looks like it's in probably the lowest position, I would say. I say I'm 5'7" tall, and I'm not really getting any wind buffeting at all. It's going up and over nicely, but if you need to, you can put it up at, looks like about 20 or 30 mil from that position. Loads of fun just blasting around these little country roads. Just try a brake test in a minute. Now this has got a single disc up front. ABS is standard here in the UK, so this is just front brake only. Yeah, that's quite strong actually. A little bit of a dive on the long travel suspension, but nothing bad. Let's try that again. So braking from about 60. Down she goes. Whoa. Yeah, good. Let's just try out the back brake. Yeah, that's got a nice little bit of bite to it. So 3rd gear now, full throttle, 6,000 changing gear. Yeah, it's pretty quick. So for day-to-day riding, guys, for sort of this type of road, it's absolutely fine. See what it's like around these bends. I say lovely high up commanding riding position. You can just about see over these tall hedges. Really, really nice place to be, this. Let's take her down into top gear, down to 30, see if she'll hold 30 in top. Twins can be a little bit sort of snatchy. That's not bad at all. It's just getting a little bit sort of chuggy. Try 5th. 5th is a lot happier, but that's very good. Very nice and smooth. Open her up, 5th gear, 40, 50, 60, and it goes on. So you can see it's got a nice nice spread of power there, but really that 3,000 to 6,000 RPM band is where is its sweet spot. So, you know, the other two bikes in the range, the Naked F model, absolutely fantastic as well. A little bit cheaper than this, I believe. Obviously smaller, lower seat, just as much fun as this. If you want a naked bike, a bit more commuter style, should we say, or if you want the sort of sporty flavour, go for the CB500R, which I hope to do in the next couple of weeks. Fourth gear, just opening her up. Yeah, it's very responsive, the engine. There's no snatchiness in the throttle. Very progressive. So this has got a 19-inch front wheel, which is kind of the norm for adventure style bikes. It helps them roll over bumps and irregularities in the road, and it feels great, and it hasn't affected the handling whatsoever. It's very chuckable and lots of fun. So we've got a 30 limit now. Just see how she goes through here. It's all very civilised. Suspension's doing a lovely job of soaking up all these bumps. The seat is very comfortable. My legs are really nice and stretched out. Just opening up a bit up a hill. Yeah, it pulls lovely and forth. All in all, guys, this is a really excellent motorbike. I'd give this the 5-star rating, to be honest. Value for money, economy, you know, good service intervals of 8,000. It feels nice and light. Really, really good. So that 19-inch front wheel is sort of the norm on these adventure style bikes, and it does roll over all the sort of irregularities in the road well without affecting the handling. So we're 5th gear now, opening up. Yeah, it pulls lovely. So try it around these bends. So these are dual purpose tyres on this bike, so you could, if you wanted to, take it down some light trails and tracks, light gravel tracks. It's not going to be any major off-roading on this, but you could definitely do it. Yeah, it's just fantastic. So 60 miles an hour now. Tiny buzz coming through the foot pegs, but nothing to worry about. Yeah, this is absolutely fantastic. Okay guys, so we're coming on to the M3 motorway now in all its lovely glory. So I'm just going to see what this goes like at sort of motorway speeds, with comfort, wind, vibration, that sort of stuff. So we're in 6th gear at the moment. Just gently opening her up. So 60 miles an hour. Everything's nice and happy. 65, 5,500 RPM. There's your 70. So there we are, nice cruising speed, just a fraction under 6,000 RPM. Hardly any vibes coming through the bars, and a tiny buzz coming through the foot pegs. but all in all, pretty relaxing. It's holding its own very nicely, doesn't feel intimidating whatsoever. Being on a motorway, top speed of this is about 110, so it's totally in its kind of cruising range to be doing this sort of speed. Just drop it down to 5th now, so we're now just over 70, we're at 6,500 RPM now. Tiny bit more buzz coming through the bars and a bit more through the pegs. But not too bad, all in all, considering it's a parallel twin. Back up into 6th gear, and all is good again. So yeah, for this at 70 odd miles an hour, guys, cruising, very good. Wind blast, absolutely acceptable. Doesn't feel excessively windy or noisy. So maybe if you put the screen up a bit higher, it might be even better. So just to sum up, guys, absolutely fine for motorway use, higher speed use. Very good. So guys, we'll just wrap this up now. Hope you enjoyed that little ride review on the CB500X. See how she goes into neutral. Couldn't be any easier, so that's all good. You've got Honda immobiliser in the key. So there she is, guys, Honda CB500X. Looks absolutely lovely in this red. I hope you enjoyed that. Let's give you a little final walk around. So there's your LED lights and indicators. Nice strong single pedal disc with Nissan caliper, ABS, parallel twin engine. New sort of dual exit muffler now. You can get all the top box and everything for this. Get hand guards, centre stand, see what she's like to push around. So pretty light off the centre stand and pretty easy to push around, so that's all good. Just give you the little sound test. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you like this video and this bike, please give me a thumbs up. Please feel free to subscribe to my channel, and please share this video. And please feel free to post any of your comments down below. I always enjoy reading them and responding to them. Have you got one of these? How's it going? What are your thoughts? Yeah, please feel free to post it all. Everyone likes to read the comments. I do. So I shall catch you all again on the next review. So this is Mark signing off, guys. Take care, ride safe, all the best. Bye bye.